Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2026 Bumpty Open. Cards of the Heart and the Beef in 314 here with you for our quarterfinals matchup. We have two matches that we are bringing to you side by side here to try and speed things up. On the top, we have the 3 seed defending Pokemon Puzzle League champion, defending Lakitu Open champion FFR Pro 21. And on their right, they'll be taking on the 7 seed Yukisaka, who managed to squeak by in the first round against Kanayo. And on the bottom, we have the 3rd place finisher from the last major tournament, WizardPerson, the 4 seed. And on the right, at the bottom, it'll be the 5 seed Tai, who had a much higher than expected challenge from our 8 seed Blamejeu, aka Bowser, in the last round. But Yuki and Tai are here to take on the quarterfinals, where we can see anywhere from easy to V hard as our levels for this matchup. And Beefin, we are starting on the normal level. How are we feeling about that?
I love it. As everybody knows, normal is my favorite category, so I'm happy that all the puzzlers are wanting to be normal puzzlers today. So, very happy for that. And honestly, I don't know who is... I think out of everybody, I think we can definitively say that WizardPerson definitely has the edge in their match. I believe that Yuki actually beat FFR in the normal difficulty during last year's tournament series. So let's see if Yuki can make it 2 in a row against FFR in the normal mode.
Yeah, that may have been some the weirdness with the last season's Lunchfish Open. I can't remember. Everything feels like a blur nowadays, so it's hard to keep all of the events straight. It looks like we're getting our players about ready to go. We're waiting on one person to ready up, and then we will begin this best of 3 assault through potentially any of the versus levels are on the line. Unlike the last round, V hard is now also on the table. So if we want to go red hard for games 2 and 3, then our losing players, every player is certainly capable of playing well on V hard, and that would prove to be a very exciting matchup. But we've got timers counting down on racetime.gg, where we track all of our race results. So we are about to begin this game 1. All of our players are underway. Now, Beefin, talk to us about how much you like this normal level. What really gets you going with this level time and time again?
I mean, just look at FFR and what they're doing. You know, they're able to just get to everything, able to just make really, really elaborate combos inside the chain, and yeah, it paid off for FFR. You know, a 13 second lack, you're gonna get out of lack first out of all of our contestants. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I love this mode.
Starting off very similarly with our players, it was 13-18 on top in favor of FFR. For WizardPerson and Tai, I believe it was 16-17. So we're all hanging out in roughly the same range, although Yukisaka has now dealt with a garbage clear where FFR has yet to, and that is going to add a little more separation. But these two are staying at the bottom, are staying very, very close. And I don't know. We've already had our fair share of close matches throughout this tournament so far. maybe we're in for a little bit more. I don't know.
I'd be here for that. I know that, Yuki definitely has what it takes to take FFR Pro down, and Ty definitely has what it takes to take down Wizzy P, but not when they're getting garbage clears, and not when they're not topping off the AI. That's a recipe for potential disaster.
Oh, Yuki ended up stalling that follow-up attack so that Poochie could get a match that would have absolutely cleared their garbage. So that ended up being well-timed on Yuki's part for that Poochie, but FFR Pro is just continuing to go off. Seems like all but one stage so far has ended up like 15 seconds or less. So FFR really on a heater. Think he would say he's going to Schmoovin USA right now.
Damn right. Very nice attack here. FFR is gonna mess up that initial attack. Gonna hopefully have enough to top off. No, it's gonna be one line short here. Gonna get that 7 combo. Makes it a 3 chain. Excuse me. Saw that Froggy was gonna down stack and went ahead and got that additional line in there.
Yeah, I think we can categorize that as the first major hiccup in this run so far, but FFR definitely has a consistency to him that when he is on his game, he is very hard to beat. I mean, the cursor speed in the community is almost unmatched, and what was that catch from FFR?
Wow, that was super impressive. The flashiest.
Creating two additional.
Done. Yuki's got a really
going
nice 5-5 there.
Going nuts, like a 13-second stage. That is definitely what you're looking to see on this level. It's going to take like 6 or 7 lines to beat most of these foes. And we're seeing a little bit of that from our bottom match too. So Ty is going to be a little bit back. I think the lead is going to end up being about 15 seconds. I think both players started their runs at the same time, but we don't have a timer from WizardPerson at the moment. We'll get that figured out later. So Ty's going to go going up to a 6 chain to finish that off. Oh, is that little match going to give Lunchfish time for that garbage clear? Okay, that is one good thing that these CPUs are known to troll for. They are definitely good at making random matches to waste your time, and that's just something you're gonna have to deal with, like it or not.
Dirtbags, all of them. Especially for FFR, who needed looked like it needed 9 lines on that exchange. This is an opportunity for Yuki to make up some time here. Just has to let this go, and hopefully the triangles don't align.
Oh, that is going to be a problem. But on the bottom, it is WizardPerson first into the Cave of Wickedness. So Wizzy on the verge of drawing first blood on the bottom match. All the combos that WizardPerson is capable of making, those years of Pokemon Puzzle League speedrunning experience for WizardPerson, definitely showing how it's done. And of course, Ty, we've kind of known Ty to be a bit of a glass cannon over the years. You just never know what you're going to get from the PvP side of things. And Ty's
especially given with how
times.
today's match went out, with our new PvP player jumping in, new challenger. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen from our PvP players? That's for sure.
Okay, FFR will take care of Plant at 18 seconds, and the lead is fairly secure as far as I'm concerned. On top to get the first game there. WizardPerson is in the lead here. Oh, Ty with a nice 13-second plant. You're trying to get a little bit of catch-up. WizardPerson will be dealing with a lead somewhere north of 10 seconds, heading into the final stage, taking the time to start things off. A 4 into a 6. Kamek usually needs more than that. And WizardPerson setting a little bit more than that. Kamek will not be ready for this. And WizardPerson is done. WizardPerson actually coming in with the fastest time of the entire group. So it was WizardPerson clocking in with 7 minutes and 1 second. FFR Pro with 7 minutes 2 seconds.
Woo.
Now the right side has finished with Ty at a 7:23 and Yuki at 7:24.
Isn't it funny how it works out sometimes?
Oh man, we're definitely dealing with players getting some fairly close results out here. But it is the players on the left that will be scoring their first wins. So that's a win for FFR Pro and a win for Wizzy P. Nope.
Good stuff.
Here we go. Alright, so now the choice for game 2 goes to Ty and Yuki. I kind of need both matches to stay on the same level so that we can follow along with them. And it looks like we are going maximum chaos. We're going V-hard for game 2.
Let's get it.
Oh my goodness. Now we are going to see this game at its absolute most random. We're going to get a little bit of a preview for the final match of this tournament. So we are going to see V-hard assault our 4 players. Players on the right will be up against it. Players on the left definitely had some strong finishes in the last major tournament. Will be looking to defend their ground. All right, I know Wizard is listening to the broadcast, so he realized that he didn't have a timer on screen. Definitely appreciate that. It makes, like, we've already had 2 races go to the tape for how close they were, and I kind of need the timer on screen to quickly judge when the players finish their runs. It's hard enough to do math and speedrun at the same time. Kind of goes for math and judging too.
True. Man, look at the right side players. They're just like, yep, we're ready to go. We want to do the thing. They're there. Look at it. Look at game faces, just murder faces, just ready to go. Love it.
Oh, for sure. They are so ready for this. I want to make sure that my camera and my game faces are ready to go for when I take on my first match, which will be the winner of WizardPerson and Ty. Beefin, you're going to get to take on the winner of FFR Pro and Yuki. So both of us here definitely have some things to look forward to here.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know who it's gonna be, but Yuki was trash talking me in the DM. So, and then I gotta get some revenge against my boy FFR. So, whoever I'm playing against, I'm chomping at the bit.
Isn't the technical term champing at the bit? I forget how. There's been so much discourse over that phrase. I can never remember what the actual correct terminology for it is.
You are right. The idiom should be champing at the bit, not chomping at the bit. Okay, well, today I learned something today. Which is redundant. But you know what? It's okay, because that's part of life. Learning and saying the things that sound better, even though they may not be right. But I'm wrong, and so I will have to adjust accordingly. Just like all of our contestants.
I'm used to old Mario games. I'm used to chain chomps, so chomping at the bit kind of made natural sense to me. But yeah, you learn stuff at the League of Puzzle Speedrunners. How about that?
That's right, Jay.
Is that supposed to make you the Silent Bob?
I talk a lot, so maybe not. Having said that, like I am actually getting close to rewatching Clerks and Clerks 2. So, shout outs to old hat Kevin Smith fans. You know who you are.
I don't think I've watched those movies. Should check
They're
out
good.
sometime.
Very good.
All right, our players are ready to go. So, Beefin, why don't you do the honors and get our players off on their way? We are playing the hardest level now. It is V-Hard. It is going to be 12 stages of chaos. All of our players are in the red hard position, and they are off. Now we're going to see some opponents move fairly fast, and they are going to go absolutely crazy, especially in the Cave of Wickedness when they start learning how to make chains. So it is not out of the realm of possibility for runs to go over 10 minutes. We're already seeing some of the chaos right away. Ty gets the best of it with a 17 Lakitu, 21 from WizardPerson, 22 from FFR Pro, and Yuki gets hit with a chain off of the transformed garbage. Lots of screen shake from the bigger garbage from that follow-up attack. It's definitely enough to ensure a win in 37, but there's definitely a way to shorten that just a little bit.
Is he gonna do it?
Ty got hit with some down stacking.
No.
Whoa!
9-second FFR stage. Yep, I know you're pointing at me. That's $5. Let's go.
Oh yes, if you are just tuning in, Beefin is offering a little incentive, giving some cash prizes for the pool based on how many 10-second stages, how many 30-minute qualifying sessions we get here. Oh man, Yuki's getting hit with another chain off the garbage. Very lucky to not get hit with another one. Man, FFR is really moving here. Getting out of Poochie as Yuki enters the Poochie stage.
Yeah, sub 145 exit of the first quarter. That's really, really fast.
All right, Ty is having it a little bit more competitive with WizardPerson. Ty's ahead by 4 seconds on the bottom after the first quarter. And there's still a lot left of this V-Hard left to go, Beef.
Yeah, I mean, this is really just getting started. I mean, all the other stages you go pretty quickly through this, but V-Hard certainly has a way of slowing things down while speeding them up. Ugh, Wizzy P and Ty both get hit with garbage clears on Flying Wiggler. Woof.
look at all of the combos that FFR is adding to his chain. Absolutely pristine 12-second Froggy. Just going off. And both bottom players not having a great wiggler on their own. They're really kind of struggling a bit. Okay, Yuki.
There we go.
Nice work there for the 13.
Nice.
Hopefully that's what they need to get that confidence back. Because just looking at FFR's play can definitely make it look demoralizing. Oh, that's a 16-second blarg. This first half's going to be in the 320s. Are you kidding me? That's sub 7-minute pace.
Yeah, that's a 319 blarg exit. That's super fast.
That's ridiculous. Okay, Yuki gets the timing down on the follow-up for their Froggy. 16 seconds, definitely respectable. But these next two stages, Lungefish and Raphael, really tend to demand a lot more out of you. Like 8 and 9 lines will often be the story of the day. That took a lot for FFR Pro to get that done in 23 seconds. You don't honestly get super disappointed with a 23-second Lungefish. Those just kind of come with the territory.
Yeah, you just, like, at this point, sub 30, sub 25, those are just completely solid. You just take those, you know? Because if you don't, it could be a lot worse.
Okay, we are dealing with a fairly better match at the bottom. Ty's about 15 seconds ahead of WizardPerson. Gets a 20-second fish of their own. We'll see if Wizzy can get something a little bit better. This Lungefish is very low. Down to row 2. Okay. Okay. Lungefish needs to calm down here a little bit. We're not really expecting you to get down to row 2. Not a super great Raphael for FFR Pro, though. He's only going to get to the Cave of Wickedness at 5 minutes flat. A far cry from the pace he was setting out of the first half.
Yeah, he's been experiencing a lot of aggressive clearing patterns, especially from Raven on that last stage. But yeah, he's in the cave first and can definitely capitalize on how quickly he's going. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Yuki doing a reset.
Oh no. Oh no.
What happened there?
Reset that early? Like he must have seen how far behind he was and decided to throw it in. That's a bit unfortunate. We've definitely seen our share of rage quits over the years. Sometimes, as WizardPerson often says, you gotta tell the game who's boss, and yeah, you're getting bossed around. Sometimes the winning move is just not to play.
That's a great movie. I love that movie. But yeah, sometimes you just have to let the game know who plays who.
So we'll wish Yuki well for the next tournaments. We'll make sure that FFR Pro can finish this one out. But on the bottom, we are dealing with some cave opponents getting their heads caved in. WizardPerson getting through Hookbill in 34 seconds. Meanwhile, Ty is 30 seconds into Piranha Plant and dealing with some aggressive downstacking of his own. Still does not have enough.
Yeah, and FFR getting a 16-second K-Mech right there. The clearing pattern was almost going to happen, and K-Mech was about to start chaining horizontally, but messes up that initial chain and then starts to try to downstack, and yeah, gets the kill at 16. And Ty has to crush plant a minute 4. Dude.
Oh, that's a big break for WizardPerson. WizardPerson wants to shut down this match right now. Right now, that stage was critical to getting that done. And now FFR is just pulling out the combos now. So many combos in that 5-chain to Bowser. So Bowser's going to be spending a lot of time down stacking. Going to get a clearing there to deny the sub 8-minute time, but this should still end up really good, as Bowser will have no time to do anything else. So FFR Pro is going to finish at an 8:05.
Whew.
What a statement. And on the bottom, Ty is done with Kamek at 30 seconds. WizardPerson gets hit with another garbage clear. So that's going to waste a little more time. I think the edge for Ty is going to be about 8 seconds heading into the final stage. This is definitely not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, especially
definitely
since
not safe
took
here.
a little bit of time to start that initial attack, but uses the multitasking. That's a lot of combos at the top, and Bowser's not gonna chain anymore. And clunk!
There it is! Wow! The combo storm was absolutely necessary there.
He did not miss them like the desert misses the rain.
From Ty.
Whew.
So Ty will finish with officially a 9:01. And WizardPerson finally gets their run done at 9:21. So thanks for playing. Thanks for playing, Yuki. But we're gonna have to log their time as the winning time plus 5 minutes. So I'm looking at the wrong time. That's a 13:05. So we'll go ahead and award some stars. Let's give FFR Pro his flowers for that 8:05 V-hard time. That's star number 2. That is the win.
Yeah, really impressive. I mean, I was watching a little bit of FFR's show before this show, and got a couple sub-8s. I think it was like a 741, somewhere around there. A couple, and like a 7.5x. So, yeah, was going to be really tough for Yuki to come back, especially since FFR is definitely warmed up. And looks like we're going to transition to the bottom match for game number 3 as, Ty gets game number 2 and his first star, and I think we're taking it easy. I think we're going to be taking it easy with the whiplash.
For sure. So we'll go ahead and make the transition like so. And we will get this game 3 to decide the set going in just a little bit. And game 3 is now underway.
Let's see what we got here.
This is speed level 2. So this is going to be a very slow experience for our players. Like if you can dream it, in level 2, you can probably do it. Well, you don't dream of those garbage clears, but those also come with the territory, it seems.
Yeah,
so
both players
will
rough
have
time.
to deal with a 20-something time to start things off.
Brutal.
Not just gonna have to be the way of things for the easy mode. Like, you're probably needing 7 lines of garbage for these foes. It's probably going to take a 5 chain. It's probably going to take 3 lines of combo garbage. Wizard sent 2 lines of combo garbage. Has to wait a little bit. Ty did not get the timing right on the attack, and it's going to get a garbage clear. The timing is easily the hardest part to get right. Like we know to a general extent, like when these opponents start moving towards their next plans for matches and stuff. Shout out to Tolker for taking the time to figure all that out. But applying that in real time is definitely a whole nother issue entirely.
Yeah,
all
it's
right,
really tough.
Ty's gonna clutch out 17 to WizardPerson's 24, and just like that, Ty is in the lead for the first time in this race.
Yeah, but that's not where this is gonna stop, because like we've been saying all day when people have chosen easy runs, these garbage clears are the great equalizer, and anything can happen. See, just like what happened with Ty. And a 6 combo? Rude. Very rude from Wiggler.
And just like that, the lead swings right back. Yes, we are. I mean, we are potentially here for time swings in the 6 to 7 second range if one player gets a garbage clear and the other doesn't. Like, that's certainly a possibility, and that's kind of like the only way you're going to make any sort of headway in this level. You're going to try and make things up one stage at a time, and that was close.
Ooh. Jeez, both players experiencing like almost horrible things happening. If Froggy cleared on or got that match on Ty, then it would have downstacked 1 row, but WizardPerson completely avoids a garbage clear entirely, so very lucky to get out of that unscathed.
Alright, WizardPerson cutting off at a 4 chain, getting some extra combos, but that 4 chain timing ended up being enough for Blarg to make a match at a garbage clear, and Ty also dealing with a garbage clear, so no harm, no foul for both players. Ty cannot afford to have too many of those, though. Again, though, this is game 3. This is the decider. Whoever wins this race will take the match and move on to play yours truly in the semifinals. So the stakes are high.
Steak.
Alright, Homer. Okay. Alright. WizardPerson gets a 19, Ty with an 18. We're keeping this very, very close still. WizardPerson's lead is about 5 seconds, which, as this race is showing, is proving to be almost nothing. Well, that broke a little early. That allowed Raphael to get a garbage clear. Ty going up to a 6 chain. Are the combos there? They are. That's enough for an 18, and a chain from WizardPerson, Raph. Gonna lead to a 29. Ty enters the Cave of Wickedness at 5:10. WizardPerson's going to be about 5:15. This is still very close, but Ty is in the driver's seat, which is fitting because Ty had to drive quite a bit to get home from a pinball event that he was doing before getting into this match. Getting into this tournament, I should say. Oh, the down stack into the 5 combo from WizardPerson. Man, can we not have that? Is that going to be what decides this match? Is that what it's going to come down to? So, Ty's on his way to a sub 630 if this Piranha Plant cooperates. That would be more than enough to take the match. Okay, that's a 4-chain. I don't like the combos there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be short here. He's 2 lines short now. Sending 2 lines immediately, but oh, his heart's going to get broken there.
All right, WizardPerson's got some follow-up here. This will be enough to deal with Plant. And
no!
Are you kidding me? Again?
Dude, another photo finish. Another one.
So, unofficially, that is a 632 for WizardPerson and 631 for Ty. That is the unofficial result. And for the 3rd time in this tournament, we're going to have to go check the tape on an easy mode race. Since the result is within 2 seconds, I need to make sure that the times stand. So we'll go away here and let everyone on YouTube know what the result is in just a bit. Alright, puzzlers, the results are in. WizardPerson's time, 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Ty's time, 6 minutes, 29 seconds.
Boom! Bang!
A 1 second difference, near full 1 second difference. And just like that, it is over for WizardPerson. Very, very closely fought, but with the edge, it is Ty taking home Game 3 and the win. How
I guess
close was that?
I guess Time was owed that one because he lost the nail biter, but yeah, Ty got that one back when he needed it most.
It was like
best sub 30 ever.
Indeed, it was like 629.9 to 630.8. It was incredibly close from the two of them, and what a way for this match to close. So let's make our 2 results official. The 2-0 sweep from FFR Pro will advance to play Beefin in the next round. And 2-1 in Ty's favor to take on yours truly in the next round. Boy, oh boy, are we about to have some very spicy semi-final matches.
Absolutely.
And let's see if this bracket is updated with the results. It should be updating fairly shortly. And we will see once that it is fully updated that our semifinals will be myself versus Ty, but the first match we're going to play next is going to be the Beefin 314 stepping up for the first time against FFR Pro 21, all in the hard level. That is going to be a fun one. Now, how ready do you think you're going to be for this, Beef, since you've been here in the booth all day?
So this morning I watched your VOD, and I actually played against your VOD. So I've been I practiced from your entire stream this morning, and been kind of warming up during like the downtime that we've been having when we haven't had our Cards and Beef chat. But I'm ready for this. I'm ready to get this one back.
All right, you probably did good against my VOD training from last night, but will you do good against FFR Pro today? We are about to find out as we venture into Oops All Hard mode for these semifinals. Beefin' FFR Pro, it's coming at you next.